Hey guys, Dakara here and welcome back to my channel. We are now in episode 4 of season 7 of Supernatural. Last episode there was a big moment where Dean decides to go against Sam and kill the Kitsune. I did ask the question what people thought about that, and the overall consensus I felt was that they agreed with Dean's decision. My problem with it was more so how he went about lying to Sam and then going behind his back, not trusting Sam's word. Not that I can blame him because they do lie to each other quite a lot. And the fact that the son saw it. Toasted Toad, I hear what you're saying. He didn't plan on the lad being there, but he was. And it was just one of those things where I struggled to see that. But I love this about the show, that it gets conversation going and debates are fueled through the show, and it's so much fun. And I want to see now if Sam finds out what Dean did, or if it's sort of brushed under the carpet a little bit. Yeah, just sort of see if they touch upon it a bit more. So yeah, let's get straight into this episode. It's making me feel out of breath. I'm not even doing anything.
It's impossible.
The spirit took over the car.
Oh, you're okay. You're okay.
Are you there? You are okay. Ooh. Oh. This hand
Feels wonky.
must be in so much pain.
Well, you seem good.
Man, for me. By the way, thank you.
Or?
Amy.
Oh.
Matthew Hammond seems to have been crushed to death.
Bye.
Well, if we weren't on the 10th floor, I'd say by a car.
Wait, how? How does that work?
The charge keeps coming up, $50 a month at a place called Jane's.
Those sideburns, please.
Yes, I just had a few questions about a customer of yours, name of Matthew Hammond.
Sure. He's not in trouble, is he?
Actually, Mr. Hammond's no longer with us.
He came in a couple days ago, paid me 3 years in advance to keep his monthly delivery going.
And where do the flowers go?
A Miss Elizabeth Duran.
You mind writing Elizabeth's address down? I'd like to pay her a visit. Here we go. Meet Elizabeth Duran.
So who was she?
I don't know.
Elizabeth Duran, killed 10 years ago when a neighbor backed out of his driveway, didn't see her bike. No
Oh,
one's ever
it's a young
charged.
girl.
Police ruled it. At least you know he felt bad. I mean, the flowers.
Kind of makes you wonder if the guy wasn't drunk when he ran her over.
So this guy's getting chased by a dog. The last guy was by a car and he killed someone in a car. So what could this be regarding a dog? There we go. Put away. Splat of blood. Job's a good one.
Looks like this guy had a history with dogs.
Meeting?
5 years ago, he was arrested for running a dogfighting operation.
Yeah.
Classy.
So he's...
All right, so what?
They-
he
they
causes
get haunted
so much
by
misery
whatever
that some Rottweiler
stupid
goes
thing
Cujo
they've done
on
in
from
their
beyond
life.
the grave.
So he got busted, got probation, started volunteering at an animal shelter.
Yeah, because he had to.
But he kept going long after he served his time. Looks like he got really into it. Raised a lot of money for the cause. People change.
Oh, so they do turn their lives around and then they get hit. It's weird.
Let's go check out the body.
What?
What?
What? What?
Nothing, Matt. You okay?
Peachy.
What's with him?
Yeah, let's do this.
Obviously he's tired, but he's not in the mood to hunt now.
You okay?
Guy just jumped in front of a car, Sam. Hey, well, why don't we get you out of here before you get road killed, huh?
Yeah,
So he's being hunted as well, but what could he have been hunted by?
I was just put on trial and sentenced to death.
What'd you do?
Held up a liquor store. They killed the owner and his wife. I wasn't thinking. I was young.
So then what were you running from?
Oh, I told you. The trial. All I know is 1 minute I'm at the bar and the next I get jumped.
In this bar where you were grabbed?
Neil's Tavern.
The same place Matthew Hammond went before his, car accident.
But there was these weird symbols.
Symbol. Can you draw them?
Is this going to be like an angel protecting symbol?
So what? You're saying what? You don't want to work the job anymore?
This is linked
Just say,
quite
you know,
heavily
one
to what he did
simple
with
freaking
Amy.
day on the job. Is that too much to ask?
You coming?
I'm gonna check the bar.
To work or drink?
I haven't decided.
Is what he did with Amy playing on his mind and that's why he's not sleeping and he's really tired maybe?
I'm not going back. They're out there.
Who?
The people I killed.
I need you to stay inside the circle until I get back.
So he gives him a remote, but No water or food.
Well, Dean, luckily I'm like a captive shrink with unlimited alcohol. So shoot.
Like to hear people's problems, do you?
I get curious.
Oh, I know what's happening right now. They spill their truths after they get smashed to this barmaid, and then she then hunts them. Oh, there's something with this bloke here, actually. Maybe I've got this wrong. This feels very, like, older Supernatural, and I'm not opposed to it. I actually quite like it. I'm enjoying this episode.
Hey, Bobby, what do you got?
Those chicken scratches. Definitely Egyptian. Book of the Dead.
So, good news then.
They
The dead.
identify the god Osiris. He gets a hold of you, he's judge, jury, and executioner. He weighs the guilt. If he finds more than a feather's worth, boom, you're done.
We gotta find him before he goes underground again.
No, you idiot. It means you two got to get the hell out of Dodge.
This guy hones in on people that feel guilty.
Who does that sound like to you?
Yeah, two of them.
You are
He's
Dean
absolutely
Winchester.
smashed. Oh, dear. Oh, it's the bloke, isn't it?
Dean, about time, man.
Hello?
Who's this?
Oh, no, I got it wrong.
Well, I picked this off the
So it's the
ground
bloke
where
and
I've
the
been
cat?
standing for 10 minutes. He was supposed to meet me here.
Where are you? I can be right there.
Is she trapping Sam now? Why am I so suspicious of everyone? You fluffed up.
No, please. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was the bloke and the cat.
Get a couple of drinks in you and the guilt comes
Right,
pouring out.
Let me defend him.
Well, that's unusual.
Are you gonna respect his rights or not?
Why not?
This is going to come up about Amy now.
3 witnesses.
Who are the witnesses that he's going to call?
Prosecution calls Joanna Beth Harvell to the stand. What is your relationship to Dean Winchester?
We work together.
He looks so young there, doesn't he?
You would have done quite a bit for him. Followed him
Is this
into any
actually
battle.
them? Is
I know
this
what
Joe?
you're getting at.
Piece of work, you know that?
So why'd you start? To impress some loudmouth ass you just met? Or because you wanted to be like your dad?
Daddy issues. Listen, Dean, I don't...
Blame you, she was going to say then, wasn't she?
Next witness. Prosecution calls Sam Winchester to the stand.
Is the last one going to be Amy Pond?
But were you not happily out of the family racket until Dean showed back up?
It's complicated.
Your girl's dead.
Well, that wasn't his fault.
Sure. And neither is everything that came after. All the death and the blood and hanging on by a thread. None of that is on Dean directly.
He's like feeding into his guilt now. He's just making his guilt grow.
Hey, if it was about convincing me, I would say...
What?
He's got to convince Dean.
This is solely about how Dean feels.
What about Joe? Did you actually kill her?
No.
Does any of this feel like it's really on you?
Not really.
Then is your heart heavy with guilt or just plain heavy?
The second thing.
He's not really selling it there, though, is he, Dean?
Do you want me to call my last witness?
I mean, not really. I knew it. I freaking knew it. He's not allowing him to bring Amy out.
I find you, Dean Winchester, guilty in your heart.
Well, that kind of makes me feel a little bit better because obviously he's not pleased with the decision that he made with it, the whole Amy thing. He did it because he felt like it was right, but it doesn't mean that he's proud of it. So Sam still doesn't know because Dean refused. So is he now going to get haunted by Amy?
Now you're gonna need to stab him with a ram's horn.
It's okay.
No, it's not. You deserve better.
No, you did.
It wasn't on you.
No, but I didn't want to do it alone.
You carry all kinds of crap you don't have to, Dean.
Well, in that case, you should be able to see that I am 90% crap. I get rid of that, what then?
Dean,
Yeah.
it's time.
You were pretty convincing.
Not convincing enough.
That whole final witness thing.
Yikes.
No idea.
You know, nothing ever gets wiped. You know, Sometimes I see Lucifer when I friggin' brush my teeth, but I don't know, I guess I just finally feel like my past is my past and I can move on with my life.
Dean's envious of that skill, isn't he?
I mean, I don't want to sound lame, but I kind of feel good, Dean.
I don't know about you guys, but I found that episode really enjoyable, and I think it was because they touched upon the whole Amy Pond thing from last episode, which I was glad about personally because I wanted more from that. They also really tapped into Jensen's main skill, which is the heavy emotional stuff, hence the tears. And they also had the talk at the end there with Dean and Sam where I felt as though Sam was being honest. Whether he was or not, I don't know. But to me, I felt like he was being honest. And obviously, Dean sort of looking up to Sam for a change rather than looking at him in, I don't know, he just sort of has sympathy for him a lot of the time and he doesn't really trust him and he treats him like a young brother, which he is. And yeah, I felt like the roles were slightly turned here, at least anyway. And obviously the big moment of Joe was great, heartbreaking but great. It's always nice to see familiar faces again. And yeah, this one got me good. I also really enjoyed the whole Egyptian god aspect of things, like the weighing up of the guilt and it being the person that feels guilty that actually chooses their verdict rather than the god himself. Although he does manipulate things because he did cut Joe off as soon as she was going to say, I don't blame you. She was like, nah. Because they obviously want things to go a certain way. But yeah, that whole aspect was really interesting. The boys have been through so much. And when the Egyptian god, whose name I didn't quite catch, but when he was saying, well, if it wasn't for Dean pulling you out from your college and your dating life, maybe all of this stuff wouldn't happen. And yeah, it's kind of true. But at the same time, no matter what they did, they would have ended up back in this family business. I think that's been proven time and time again, hasn't it? There is no escaping it. Once you're in the supernatural world, you are in for life. But Dean's expression and sort of feedback from when they were going back and forth with the different witnesses, it was just perfect. It really was. And when he knew that the next witness was going to be Amy, his face said it all, really, didn't it? And when Sam pulled him up on it, still lied. Not a fan of that, but still lied. And he will forever feel guilty about it. And I touched on it briefly before, but I feel like it's nice to know that he feels that guilt over that and going behind Sam's back, because if he didn't, I'd be more worried for their relationship than what I am. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and we're now on episode 4 of season 7 and there hasn't been a bad one yet. I know they're not everyone's favourite, but I thought so far so good. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this reaction, please give it a cheeky thumbs up and subscribe, you know, if you want to, but there's no pressure here. This week I'd like to give a very special shout out to Callie. You are a very loyal supporter of my Patreon. I know you've been very busy lately, but you have took the time to watch my videos, which I do really appreciate, and you've left comments as well when you can, and your comments are always enjoyable to read. I never really struggle to read your comments. They're always interesting and pleasant enough to read, so I want to thank you for that and for taking the time to do that, and I hope that you continue enjoying my content furthermore. So that's it for this week. I do have plenty of other content. If you would like to check that out, please feel free to do so. I have my Patreon where I upload every single Monday. There are extended videos and early uploads on there for you guys. I only charge $1 a month, so yeah, if you fancy doing that, that'd be great. If not, no worries at all. I have a PO box as well. If you'd like to send me anything, feel free, but no pressure here. You know the drill. And I hope to see you all again soon for another video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.